The upcoming Supreme Court term is poised to be a seismic showdown over presidential power, voting rights, and the future of LGBTQ+ equality. But here's where it gets controversial. The court's conservative majority has already signaled sympathy for President Trump's bold, some say overreaching, claims of authority, sparking fierce debate over the limits of executive power. And this is the part most people miss. The cases on the docket could reshape not just the presidency, but the very fabric of American democracy. A high-stakes term begins as the Supreme Court convenes this Monday. It faces a slate of cases that will test the boundaries of presidential authority like never before. From tariffs to birthright citizenship, President Trump's policies are under the microscope. But it's not just about Trump, it's about the balance of power between the executive branch and Congress, and whether the court will allow the president to act unilaterally in ways that some argue undermine the Constitution. Calvin Ball jurisprudence. A liberal justice sounds the alarm. Liberal Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson didn't hold back after a recent ruling, allowing the Trump administration to slash $783 million in research funding. She likened the court's approach to Calvin and Hobbes' infamous game of Calvin Ball, quipping, "Calvin Ball has only one rule. There are no fixed rules. We seem to have two. That one, and this administration always wins." Her words highlight a growing concern. Is the court's conservative majority giving the president a free pass? Tariffs, firings, and birthright citizenship. 3 battles to watch. Tariffs on trial. In early November, the court will weigh in on Trump's sweeping tariffs, which 2 lower courts have deemed an unlawful overreach of presidential power. The case pits states and small businesses against the administration, with billions in trade, and the Constitution's separation of powers hanging in the balance. Firing at will. December brings a case that could upend a 90-year-old precedent, protecting independent agency heads from presidential removal without cause. If the court sides with Trump, it could give future presidents unprecedented control over federal agencies. Birthright citizenship under fire. Trump's executive order denying citizenship to children born in the U.S. to undocumented parents directly challenges a 125-year-old understanding of the 14th Amendment. The court's decision could redefine who counts as an American and who doesn't. Voting rights and campaign finance. A double whammy for Democrats? The court could also deliver major wins for Republicans in voting rights and campaign finance cases. A Louisiana redistricting case could gut protections for minority voters, while another case seeks to lift spending limits on political parties, potentially flooding elections with even more money. Bold prediction. If the court rules in favor of Louisiana, we could see the near elimination of majority black House districts in the South, reshaping the electoral map for decades. Transgender rights on the line. In a deeply personal battle, transgender women and girls are fighting for their right to participate in school sports. With over 24 states banning their participation, the court's decision could either affirm their equality or codify discrimination. Controversial question. Should biological sex determine athletic eligibility, or is this a matter of civil rights? The court's ruling will send a powerful message, one way or the other. Justice Alito's future, a quiet exit in 2026? Amid all this, Justice Samuel Alito's potential retirement in 2026 looms large. At 76, he's young by Supreme Court standards, but political calculations may push him to step down while Republicans control the Senate. A Trump-appointed successor would cement the court's conservative tilt for generations. Food for thought. Is Alito's recent book deal a sign he's preparing to leave, or just a late career milestone? The bottom line, this term isn't just about legal technicalities, it's about the soul of American democracy. Will the court act as a check on presidential power, or will it enable an expansion of authority that critics call authoritarian? Will it protect the rights of minorities and marginalized communities, or side with those seeking to roll back progress? The answers will shape our nation for years to come. What do you think? Are these cases a necessary correction or a dangerous overreach? Let's debate in the comments.